Hi, let me welcome you once again. And today in this video, I'd like to draw your attention to the punctuation marks in English. So, what is punctuation? It's using the system of symbols and signs in English language. And for an illustration, I have presented you some types of punctuations there. Some punctuation marks are full stop, comma, quotation marks, ellipsis marks, hyphen, exclamation marks, and these are the punctuation marks we often use in English. So, what is the main function of the punctuation mark? Like, it helps us to understand the sentences properly. It helps us how to read each sentence properly, where there should be a pause, where the sentence or the words should flow on together. We sometimes have to give stress on certain sections of a sentence, and this punctuation helps us. And also it divides text into words and phrases. So punctuation marks are of many types. Like, let's start with the capital letters. The first letter of a word in a sentence, and proper nouns start with capital letters. Like in the example, you can see the THE. The first letter of that word is T. So we have started it in a capital letter. And Razan, the boy was angry with Razan. Razan here is a proper noun. We always start with capital letters. The second type, comma. A comma in a sentence separates two or more words of the same part of a speech. Like if I say water, comma, a glass, comma, a knife, comma, are the things I need. Another thing, a comma is used to separate reporting verb and reporting speech. A comma is also used to separate adverbial phrases and clauses, like you can see in the example, he says he is hungry. So, let's go to lunch. In between hungry and so, there is a comma. Full stop. A full stop is a big pause and is used at the end of the sentence. Very simple. Inverted comma. Inverted commas, or also we often say quotation marks, are used to show reported speech. Example, Sergeant said, comma, inverted comma starts here because that is what he said. There is no water in the tank. Inverted comma. Full stop, inverted comma, close. Semicolon. We use semicolon to separate the coordinate clauses or the loosely related clauses. Like, I have a test tomorrow. Semicolon is used there. I cannot go out tonight. Had I not used the semicolon, the punctuation mark, I could have said, I have a test tomorrow, so I cannot go out tonight. But instead of doing that, I have used a colon. Semicolon. Okay. A colon now. Colon is used to separate two independent clauses in which the second explains the first. Like in the example, let's see here, I am weak. I cannot lift that box. Okay. The second explains the first. The box cannot be lifted by that person because the person is weak. So this is how we use colon. Apostrophe. Apostrophe apostrophe is used in possessive cases. Missing letters are also shown by apostrophe. Like for example, I have no chocolates in my pocket. Here the letters are, the letter H is missing here. I have, HA is missing there. In possessive cases like Rams, RAM apostrophe S, which means that it is Rams, it belongs to Ram. Hyphen is used to join compound words. Like for example, we use a match box to light fire. Match has a separate meaning, box has a separate meaning. But when I combine these two words, it comes into a separate meaning. So the joining of two different words to form another meaning. It's called compound. So especially in compound we use hyphen. Exclamation mark shows surprise. Exclamation marks can be used in words of interjections. Like, okay, if I say, oh no, you are late again, that's a kind of a surprise. I didn't expect that visitor to be late again, but the visitor was late. Oh no, it's so hot. Now this is a word of interjection. Ah, at last, I see you here. Ouch, what a pain. So this is how we can use exclamation mark. Question mark. Question mark or interrogative mark is used when we ask questions. Where is the little boy who wanted a chocolate? Okay, fine. What's your name? Where do you go? Whom do you want to talk to? These are the ways we can end our sentence with the question mark. Parenthesis can be used to on a word or a phrase or a clause inserted as an explanation or afterthought. Like sometimes when we are explaining something, sorry, and as it comes back to us, we just usually put it into a parenthesis. Yes, but I, as in the example, as they say, am as free as a bird. Square brackets. They are used to modify another person's words or actions. Like the witness said, he, the policeman, hit me. Ellipses. Like we usually have a tendency to escape reading long paragraphs, long essays, stories. So we omit a word or phrase or a line or a paragraph from those quoted passages. You know why we do that? Because it saves our time and it removes less relevant issues or topics we are unconcerned to. So what we should understand from here is if I am using ellipses out here, it denotes that there are some things which are still present in the context but can be missed out because it's not much relevant. Like weeks later, blah blah blah. I finally heard from my old friend about his job. Now, let's try writing something without the punctuation marks and let's read it as well. So, how does it read and how does it come up? Let's see. Here is an example I have given to let you see what happens to our text when punctuation is not used. Let's see. Rajan, Dev, Ankit and Mohan passed their BA examination. Mohan said, I am happy, however, I couldn't do as promised. Ankit added Dev's result is the best, therefore he needs to be congratulated. All agreed and Rajan said, man proposes, God disposes. Dev nodded his head and said, it's all due to our hard work. Honesty, isn't it, friends? Everyone agreed. Dev smiled. Oh, I have set up a party. Aren't you all joining? Of course, with pleasure. Everyone shouted in joy. Oh, see, I'm out of breath. There was no full stop, no comma. I even couldn't make the head or tail out of it. Like who was talking, who was saying something, who was responding? No. And it made me out of breath and it was a meaningless reading. Now the same story. Let's see it. How and what changes can be given to it and then what effect does it have upon the reader. See here. Rajan, Dev, Ankit and Mohan passed their BA examination. Mohan said, I'm happy, however, I couldn't do as promised. Ankit added, Dev's result is the best, therefore he needs to be congratulated. All agreed and Rajan said, man proposes, God disposes. Dev nodded his head and said, it's all due to our hard work, honesty, isn't it, friends? Everyone agreed. Dev smiled. Oh, I've set up a party. Aren't you all joining? Of course, with pleasure. Everyone shouted in joy. Now just see here. What happened when I read these? The story with full of punctuation marks. I was much interested to read it thoroughly and to my best of the ability because I wanted my listener to be very, very distinct with each speaker's note. And this is where a good punctuation mark helps us to read the stories or the articles given to us properly. Therefore, punctuation is very, very important and it plays a vital role in English language. So, thank you everyone, and I hope you did enjoy this. Maybe we could come up with some better ideas in near future. Let's keep in touch. Thank you.